back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing an editing tutorial. I previously done one on color correction and just color correction. I had mentioned that I was going to do an editing series. So this is the next step in my editing series. I'm going to be focusing on skin retouching and just kind of like getting that airbrush skin. The photo that I'm going to be pulling up is already color corrected. If you're interested in seeing that video, just click the link below, or I'll kind of like put it here on the screen somewhere. But yeah, this is the second step I take in editing selfies, portraits, food, pretty much anything. Let's get started. Just saw was me quickly color correcting, but like I said before, this is not a video on color correcting your photos. This is just going to be focused on using the healing brush, the mixing brush, and layers to achieve that nice airbrushed skin but still holding its texture. Alright, so as you guys can see, here is my color corrected picture. I made the colors a bit more vibrant just because that's my style, but I'm going to be showing you how to kind of rid yourself of like any dark lines or uneven skin tones. So what you're going to do first is you're going to come to your layers section. What I do is I make 2 copies of the background layer. So I'm going to press Command J, and then if you want, instead of using the keyboard, you could always just come to New Layer. And then you're going to rename your layers just to stay organized. So I like to name this one Texture. And then I like to name this one Skin Tone. So you have to make sure that texture is over skin tone or it won't turn out. So block your texture for now. We're just going to be focusing on the skin tone layer. What you're going to do is you're going to come up to filter and then go down to blur, and then you're going to go down to the Gaussian blur, and then make sure it's at 5 pixels. So if you hide the texture layer, you can see that this is slightly blurred, which is what you want, so don't worry, but that's why the texture layer is on top. Alright, so what you're going to do now is you're going to go to your texture layer. We're going to be pretty much focusing on texture layer for the next minute or so. You're going to go up to image, and then you're going to go down to apply image. So right now, this is what is going to pop up. You're going to go to your layer, and then you're going to go to skin tone. You want to make sure that's inverted. And then for blending, you're going to go to add, and then make sure all your settings just match mine. The channel is going to be RGB. Like I said, blending's add. This is going to be at 100. Make sure these are not checked, and then make sure your scale is at 2. After all of that, you're going to press OK, and it's going to give you this gray screen, and if you look closely, you can see some of the details that are popping out, which is what you want. If you can't really see anything, you might not be able to see a lot, but you should be able to notice just a little bit. So you're gonna come over here back to your layers, and then you're gonna come to this little drop down menu where it says normal, and you're gonna look for linear light and click it. Now it looks like you've done absolutely nothing, but that's a good thing. Unlock your skin tone layer. If it doesn't look like the original photo, if it looks blurry, if it's gray, then your layers are off, something's wrong. Go back and repeat the process and just start over. But like I said, skin tone layer is going to be slightly blurred. The texture layer is going to add that pretty much texture back to your skin tone. And these are two key components while airbrushing skin, or getting rid of like any blemishes and whatnot. After that, you're just going to click your skin tone layer and pretty much start. The first thing I like to do is use the mixer brush. So your toolbar might be a bit different over here, but the mixer brush is usually under this little brush icon, and if you hold it down, a little drop down menu will come. As I say, brush tool, pencil, color replacement, and then the mixer brush tool. Now I have my mixer brush tool. What I'm gonna do, I usually just focus on my skin itself. I don't focus on anything else because it's kind of pointless. Make sure that all of your settings match mine up here. Wet 32, low 24, mix 24, flow 17, and then whatever this icon is, 16%. I mean, you're more than welcome to play around with these, but these are the settings that work best for me and get me the most cleanest skin. So this is what I like to do. Make sure this is unchecked and that your brush is clean. You'll be able to tell if your brush isn't clean because there'll be like a color or something. So just make sure your brush is clean. You can just do clean brush just in case. Should just look like this. And then click this as well, and then make sure it's at custom, and that's when you put all these in. So for pretty much the mixer brush is to blend the lights with the lights, the darks with the darks, the mediums with the mediums. You don't want to blend dark to light or whatever, because then your skin is going to be looking a little, just kind of look for the same color parts in your skin. So like up here, I'm not touching it yet, but up here is a little bit darker. So I'm gonna just press down. And then right here is lighter. Right here is light. But see, watch if I bring a light to a dark. You guys saw that. See? You don't want that to happen. So just focus on the same colors and kind of just blend them in. Then if you have like dark under eyes, like me, I like to drag lights into the darks. So obviously right here is a bit darker than anywhere else. So I just find like a light spot, drag it over, just because it'll help me use the healing brush later down the road. I'm just gonna put these two into a little folder. Alright, so this is the original picture after the color correction. And then after doing the mixer brush, this is what it looks like. You can see areas are smoothed out, it's lightened up, but it's not too much. If you go too much with the mixer brush, you're gonna look like some Facetune wannabe, who knows, Instagram model that doesn't know how to Facetune. The next thing, I'm gonna stay in my skin tone layer, and then I'm gonna come over to the healing brush, which looks like this little icon right here. It's like a band-aid. Just make sure that your mode is in normal. You do sampled, you have it aligned, current layer, and then have this clicked, and diffusion 5. Those are the settings I've always had, and it's just worked. Like I said, if you want to just play around with the settings, you're more than welcome to. And then my brush setting is at this like little, it's not harsh. I changed the size obviously, but the hardness is at 0 and the spacing is at 25% and the roundness is at 100%. What I like focusing on is my inner eye corners, my under eye bags, around my nose and like the corners of my mouth. And then maybe like any flyaway hairs I might have and any like blemishes, but I'm pretty good for now, so we'll see. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna press Option and then click on the area that you would like to sample. So I usually try to click pretty close, like right here I'm gonna click and then just click, click, click. You might need to do Option click several times just to kind of blend it in. And see, as I click, it's still keeping the texture. If you do have like a blemish, like you can see right here, there's like a little bump, and then like right there's like a little bump. Go into the texture layer. I'm gonna make this a bit smaller, boom, boom, boom. Sample it, and then go over it. So if it has to do with the skin texture, go to the texture layer and then use the healing brush. But if it's just like your skin, like under eye bags or anything else like that, then you can go to the skin tone layer. So yeah, I'm just gonna go around my face real quick. So I'm pretty much done using the mixing brush and the healing brush. This is what I get. If you guys want to see the before and the after of the mixer brush and the healing brush, this is it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about what I did or how I did something, just let me know. Drop a comment below, shoot me a message. I'll answer for you and try to help you out. But yeah, that's how I use the mixing brush and the healing brush. Some people like to use other tools, but I think this just works best. It's the most simplest way I've found and I have taught myself to skin retouch. All of the other videos that I've watched are literally just confusing. I can't follow along, but this is only a few steps, 2 tools, pretty cut and dry. And this is my editing tutorial on how to achieve that nice skin. And if you guys are wondering how I get that final photo, I will be doing another editing tutorial on the final step of the process that I do. Just so I can break it down for you guys. You got the color correcting, you got the skin retouching, and then you got dodging and burning. It's super simple, and I try to make it as easy as possible for you guys, so definitely stay tuned for that one. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, blah blah blah, drop a comment down below, and then I will see you on Wednesday with another random video, and next Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching.